Dear friends and colleagues who manifest within ourselves, as best we can, the impulse of evolution as a force of love and creativity for the good of the whole, I would like you to know that I am privileged to be a member and leader in the evolutionary family that Mark Goffney has initiated. Mark's life and work is one of the most inspiring expressions of evolution now working for the good on this planet. He has a genius for understanding, articulating, and empowering us to realize and act upon the impulse of evolution in our own lives. It is my intention to join genius with him and colleagues to further this effort. I have spent many hours talking both to him and those who oppose him. I want to state it in an unequivocal way. I trust Mark. I am moved by his core goodness and integrity, even in the most difficult situations where his personal narrative is being hijacked. By some inner strength, I noticed that far from being destroyed by this attack, he seems to be gaining in strength and compassion. He expresses humility and willingness to forgive and communicate in the face of deep pain caused by this mobilized attack, whose stated intention is to destroy his ability to work or teach. This is deadly. It is an affront to democratic values and respect for justice, which depend on fairness and open communication. I contrast Mark's attitude toward this mobilized attack with the way that his opponents are behaving. Many of Mark's colleagues, including myself, have received phone calls and letters saying that our life, work, and mission is threatened by association with Mark, while direct, mediated dialogue, which involves fact-checking and mutual responsibility on all sides, has been denied. This attack against him and his colleagues is a form of life-destroying social extremism. I believe it springs from a similar hidden and complex source of psychopathology as the religious fanatics who would destroy others without any degree of fairness, now terrifying the world. It is a form of jihad in which the other, for a complex of motives, is deemed an infidel or witch or sociopath, and then anything can be done to them. When this began, I asked the person who is leading the mobilization and coordination of this effort to, quote, save the world from Goffney, close quote, to meet Mark and simply talk with him. I was met with utter refusal. On the other hand, when I asked Mark about meeting with the organizers of the internet attack, he said to me something like this: wouldn't it be wonderful if we could all come together, give up being right, climb down from all our trees, and in an act of radical responsibility and radical grace and radical forgiveness, find our way forward as colleagues and new friends? I believe that there should be convened at some point a new symposium as to how our community deals with conflict. Most of the teachers involved in this rejection are offering seminal teachings in doing the exact opposite: nonviolent communication, peace-building summits, trips to India, becoming your quantum self, supporting women in becoming goddesses of love, how to love your sexuality, how to come from the heart with grace and compassion, etc., etc. Well, let's apply all this advanced teaching among ourselves when there is a real conflict to be resolved in a better way than exclusion, rejection, and condemnation without communication. Let's use this situation as an evolutionary driver for us to express more powerfully, with greater love and kindness than ever before, our understanding of the coming stage of evolution through books, teachings, gatherings, and events of all kinds. The Center for Integral Wisdom has an enormous role to play in facilitating and guiding this arising. A superb team of initiators, university presidents, political analysts, technological innovators, psychologists, business leaders, coaches, trauma experts, loving friends have gathered by Mark. I have been doing similar work for almost 50 years, reaching out to colleagues everywhere who are giving their lives to various aspects of conscious evolution. I align my work with the Center for Integral Wisdom and all others who are moved to join in engendering a unique self-symphony for a planetary awakening, connecting of co-creators in love in our lifetime. This is a poetic metaphor for an actual possibility. That is, connecting people and projects already working, synergizing what is loving and innovative, providing a self-organizing system in the new space on the internet, our new global media, the thinking layer of Earth, as Teilhard de Chardin called it. Such a convergence for a shared global purpose could well be a decisive factor in reaching the tipping point from devolution toward evolution. With love and deep heart's desire for peace and restorative justice in our community, may we be wise enough to find a better way together. Barbara Marx Hubbard.